What's up everybody, this is Reese from C Manga and welcome to my review of Fairy Tail chapter 458 Morningstar. So this chapter saw the fall of Ajeel, the Sand God, and I must say the battle did take an interesting turn. I'm quite surprised at the way it went down. So yeah, that fatal blow that Urza dealt at the end of the last chapter, basically it just ended up angering Ajeel. Obviously it did a lot of damage to him. Usually obviously you'd see that type of attack there and it's like boom, taken down, they're out for the count, no one gets back up after that. But Ajeel, he hung on, and just as I thought, obviously Ajeel's weakness, seeing as how he's sand, is water. So, Urza obviously she equipped her water sword, I think it was like, what was it called? Water God's Blade or something like that. Either way, she was able to get in a few good hits with that, pissed off Ajeel even more, because obviously, water hardened sand. But the one which surprised me a bit was probably the wind sword. It's like, I know obviously, she was using the wind to kind of blow away his sand attacks, but in my mind, I would have thought that would have made his sand stronger, because obviously sandstorms and stuff, wind, you see wind in like Dubai and that, it just powers up sand, sand goes everywhere, it's stronger. But yeah, obviously, she was knocking it back. But as I said before, these attacks, they basically just ended up angering Ajeel, forcing him to use his ultimate attack, which was a sandstorm. Like I said, wind powers up sand. I don't get how that was working. But boy, this sandstorm, it was seriously something. Covering up the entire town. You even see like the first there trying to like close the doors quick before the sand comes in. So yeah, that sandstorm, damn, it is something else. It's like it not only obviously rendered everyone's sight useless. You see like the dragon team, they're like, oh, get step back, cats. You can't help us right now. We'll use our senses to find everyone. But also Ajeel, he can freely move wherever he wants within that, and yeah, that there pretty much overwhelmed Urza, which was amazing. When he finally actually did kind of grab her, he ended up beginning to like drain the moisture from her body, and this is what I'm talking about, man. Ajeel, he is a nasty, nasty guy. Now, obviously, I know Mishima, he didn't really want Urza to be defeated, but I was kind of disappointed with the way the whole the moisture draining thing was going. I was kind of like half expecting to see her start like, mummifying, you like start seeing her face start sinking in, skin drying up, stuff like that. I think that would have had like a hell of a lot more of an impact visually than her just saying, oh, what's going on? My strength is draining, and then, starting to stutter and stuff. But yeah, I was kind of half expecting, obviously, like when Ajeel was trying to make her acknowledge him as a god, that she'll end up being like saved by Jalal or someone, someone come in and say, you're no god, I am like whatever, blah blah blah, I take out god, something stupid along them lines. But instead it was the power of the fairy tale bond that ended up saving her. She obviously equipped her Morningstar armor, title of the chapter, creating a light for obviously everyone to kind of see through the sandstorm, a shining beacon that enabled basically Biska to fire off a shot, separating the two of them, and then allowing Urza to take down Ajeel for good. So with that, obviously, Sandstorm vanished, symbolizing that Ajeel is actually the first Spriggan to fall. So overall, I did really like the way that Ajeel ended up getting showcased in this chapter. He was a really powerful guy with a lot of interesting attacks. I'm a little pissed that Urza was the one that kind of defeated him. I was seriously convinced that the one who would beat him would have been Natsu, because like, I don't know, the two of them seemed like they had some unfinished business. Even when he first saw Natsu, he was like, oh, it's you again, the big mouth kind of thing. So I would have thought like that battle there would have kind of been more fitting. But it does kind of it really does kind of make me wonder like who the dragon team are going to go up against next. Because come on, they're fighting foot soldiers at the moment. With their power, there's no way they're going to be fighting foot soldiers. It has to be one of the Spriggans to come in to take them on. Who, I'm not too sure. Maybe Ajeel will end up taking on, oh god, I cannot remember their names. But the one who they basically said is like a soldier, no one knows if she actually uses magic. I can see Ajeel taking her on, only because like now Urza's obviously going to be tired after her battle. She can't really go straight into another battle with another Spriggan. And, Ajeel has all the iron techniques, so iron against steel swords and stuff. It seems like a fitting match. The others now, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I guess that's, what it's all about, innit? Just seeing who gets matched up against who. So yeah, next week, double chapter, so I'm guessing it'll either be the Lucy fight or it'll be the introduction to the rest of the main force from the Alvarez Empire coming in. Either way, they should hopefully be two very good two good chapters depending on who they go into, because obviously if the main force is coming in, will Zeref be there, yes or no? And if he is, what the hell's going to happen then, or maybe they'll even introduce Akinlogo into the battle. Who knows? There's lots of possibilities going on. So yeah, that's about it from me for this chapter, guys. You just think to the end of these. Let me know what you thought about this chapter in the comment section below. Were you happy with the result? What did you think of Ajeel? And as usual, don't forget to check out other content we do on the channel. So I'll see you next time.